Hey friends, Bryce Wagner here. I just had the most incredible 60th birthday party and 30th wedding anniversary. And at that party, I did a short TED talk on some of my reflections, and a few people have asked if I could put that online. So since I didn't record it that night, I'm doing it again here. So here you go. This is Bryce 60 years in. 60 years. 60 years is big. For me, it was a bit of a challenge because I turning 60 is a big milestone. It kind of snuck up on me, and I don't really feel 60, but it did push me into another level of self-reflection. All of us have areas of our life where we feel proud or we feel we've been successful. And then, of course, there's areas that we feel that we've failed or we could have done a lot better. One thing for sure, I have no regrets of the last 60 years of my life. I feel like that I've lived 5 different lifetimes already. I mean, everything from bringing hope and healing for over 3 decades to people in Africa working with mercy ships, an incredible journey, to working with an extraordinary group of young people, leading a youth group in Lausanne, Switzerland, and we're still very close friends with many of those. Another lifetime was launching an edgy electro pop record label and working with many visionary creative artists to deliver inspirational electronic art in clubs and stages across Europe and America, and supporting my wife in the most phenomenal group. Started off with Jiminy Cricket, then Jiminy, then Fuse Factory, but it was quite a lifetime in itself. And then, of course, there was developing an island paradise where we bring wellness and regeneration to those working in difficult missions around the world. The goal of that is to create a place of burnout prevention. And another life is working together with my life partner to raise 2 of the most incredible kids on the planet. They're still my kids. And I got to know their cool friends who have become really our extended kids as well. Well, what else could I hope for? Looking back, I've had to ask myself, what do I feel I've done well? But also, what would I have done differently? Knowing that I have no regrets, but still, what would I have done differently? And one of the things for sure, I would have spent a whole lot more time reading, more time learning, more time listening to others. I also would have changed my personal mentality that I can make it on my own. I can do it on my own. I don't really need anyone else. I really made my life and didn't rely enough on some incredible resources that were around me. The other thing I would have done is I would have organized a whole lot more crazy weekend excursions with my family. We only did some of those intentional ones in the last few years of our time together as a family. Also, I would have developed better leadership skills. Early in my life, I developed a personal vision statement, which I believe was the reason that I was born. I came up with the phrase that I exist to inspire people to excellence so they find life and a life to the full. That phrase kind of helped me in difficult times. It became my guiding principles. That's one thing I wouldn't have changed. I tried to integrate it into everything I did. I tried to integrate inspiration into our music years. I strive to include inspiration in my expression of art through video production and VJing with our band and in clubs. Actually, I even included that as part of my name. Many people don't know I was called VJ Spear, and Spear came from the center of inspiration because I wanted to be inspired by life and I wanted to make sure all I was doing was inspiring others. Came back to my personal vision statement. Well, looking back, I would spend a lot more time assuring that I was doing what I said I wanted to be, inspiring those to excellence. I would have found practical ways to actually inspire and motivate people to excellence in a more intentional way. I would have spent time being a leader that raised up other leaders and not just gathered followers. I've heard many times that phrase. I think it was Maxwell that coined it, that said, if you want to know if you're a good leader, look behind you And if no one's following you, you're just going for a walk. Well, I was reflecting deeper on that and realizing that I think there's another level that I may have missed. Yeah, there was quite a few of these lifetimes where I had people that were following me. And the reality is, followers all have something in common. They need a leader. But that's not the way to leave a real legacy. I realized that followers need me, but leaders succeed me. Well, if I want to be a great leader, then I need to not look back, but look forward. And if there's no one in front of me, then I'm just building my own kingdom. I found that being a good leader takes intentional focus. First, I have to lead myself. Then I have to focus on what do I do for my family, my wife, my kids, and then my immediate team, and then everyone else. So I was asked once, who motivates me? And to be frankly honest, no one. I realized that I motivate myself. I feel that it's my responsibility to live every day of life as a gift. And what's more important to me is not who motivates me, but who inspires me. There have been several people who have inspired me and influenced me in my life journey. They've coached me, they've encouraged me, they've corrected me, and guided me to be who I am today. And I think they're worth honoring here at this party. So the top one was Twyla Wagner. It's my mom. She taught me compassion for the less fortunate. Another one is Bono. He showed me how to blend deep spirituality into my art, my communication, and my daily life. There's also Don and Dion Stevens. They inspired me to dream big and to dare to do things differently. One of the biggest inspirations was Jesus of Nazareth. He helped me realize that I couldn't make it alone, that I needed God to reach my maximum potential, and that truly we're stronger together. Another one was Rich and Pam Boyer. They demonstrated positive perseverance despite incredible challenges, and always to keep a focus on the kingdom of God and to keep smiling. Stefan Rappon modeled powerful integration of God's kingdom and business and how to listen to my inner spirit. Françoise Andre taught me to love and to laugh with presidents and paupers alike. She could mix in any circle. That was an inspiration to me. She also told me how to listen, to understand, and deliver. I've also been inspired by Samuel Laure Mireille Rafinesque Wagner. She showed me how to live in the moment, how to have fun, how to throw great parties, how to love adventure, and to care deeply for people. There's Peter Schultz. He demonstrated how to live with peace and stability, how to lead in a way that was really powerful but relaxed. Matthew Bouton, the one who helped us launch our record label, taught me to believe that anything was possible and to go for it, no matter what. Of course, Mr. Bert Van Dyke showed me how to plan, strategize, to evaluate the past and map the future, and that life is all about people, people, people. And lastly, one of my great inspirations was Carl Gustav Sandstrom. He modeled humble leadership and steadfast focus. Highly respect this man, and he taught me a lot. He may not know that, but he has. So there's plenty I could have done better. What did I do well? What wouldn't I have changed? And really, I can only think of three main things that were actually the best choices that I ever made. The first one was choosing my personal vision and desire to inspire and invest in others and to bring added values to their life. I mentioned I wouldn't change that. Second, this month I turned 60, but also this month marks 30 years with the most incredible, beautiful, inspirational life partner, Sam. Choosing to spend my life with Sam was one of the best decisions I ever made. And thirdly, the choice I made came from an understanding that I could never be all that I was meant to be on my own. I chose to be rescued from myself. And I'm so glad that the freedom that I've found is not based on what I've done. So at the party, we raised our glasses to 30 years of life with my partner and 60 years of love, friendship, and sucking the marrow out of life. We'll look forward to many more great years together. Thank you.